evening we're going to be doing a review on the Kangertech Sub-Tank Plus. Unfortunately we can't do an unboxing for you because we've been using these for a while now, but Mark will be doing an in-depth hands-on review.
Yeah, so definitely. So we're going to jump down, actually have a look at the pluses and the minuses of this tank. You know, what we've certainly found out by actually using this tank on a day-to-day basis. So let's jump down, guys, and let's have a look. Hi guys, Mark here from NSJC Vaping. Got the Kangertech Sub-Tank Plus, and we're going to dive in and just have a look at the pros and cons to this tank. So let's just jump in and have a quick look then, shall we? So, the tank. Now this tank, absolutely phenomenal. 7mm of juice capacity. Probably one of the larger tanks on the market at the moment that holds this amount of juice. So for all you people out there that want to fill your tank up and not really have to bother about filling it up for the rest of the day, this is certainly the tank for you. What we'll do is we'll just take it apart and we'll start at the top and work our way down. So this is the drip tip, 510 connector size, and that literally just slots into the top with one single O-ring. That obviously seals into the top of the tank. Now this is in two parts. You've got the chimney section right in the middle here, and this is a glass. Now my advice to you guys, unless you break that glass, do not remove this glass from these two O-rings. These two O-rings pretty good seal. Once you break the glass, obviously you're going to need to slide it off and slide another one on. They're pretty tight, you know. I mean, I can't even turn this, and that's a good sign of a good tank. Well-fitting glass, well-fitting O-rings there. So that is your capacity holding section. That's obviously where you'd fill your juice up from. So you just drip straight into round the edge of this chimney here. So that is the top section of the tank. This here is the airflow device with the 0.5 coil currently installed in this. We'll just pop that to one side and talk about that in a little while. So again, our the airflow base with the O-ring at the bottom, 510 connector, non-adjustable. It is spring-loaded, so it will fit pretty much most of the devices out there, but it is not an adjustable connecting pin. So yeah, as we spoke about earlier, this is your sort of third O-ring really, or fourth, including the one on the drip tip. This seals from the bottom of this section down here. Now, obviously using this tank, the amount of time that I've been using it, I made the crucial mistake when I was using this was, you know, most guys out there sort of do it up and then they really want to put some heavy pressure on there. Do you know what? It's really not. It's not necessary. You know, they're sealing O-rings. By over tightening the O-rings, you over compress them, then they lose their ability to expand and they don't seal. So it's literally you just nip up and do up, and that is it. You should just be able to flick that open with ease. So that is essentially your actual tank base itself. So these are the coils. You do also get in the kit, like I say, this is not an unboxing video, this is just talking about the tank. So these two coils, you have horizontal and vertical. Vertical, horizontal. Use both. They also come with a 1.2 ohm coil as well. To be honest, we started off using the 0.5s, and do you know what? That's a phenomenal vape on both of them really. Started off with the horizontal, and it was good, you know, good cloud, good vape, really good flavour. And then saw these, the vertical ones, and do you know what? Much better. Really can't rate these enough. Fantastic coils, and again, on the end of the coil you have this little O-ring here. So when screwed into the airflow base, like so, that's what creates your seal at the bottom. And again, you screw it in and just nip it up like that. No extra force needed. So and then once you've got your coil installed, you would then insert your juice into here, and you would then spin on your airflow base there, all the way down, like so. Just nip up. So your mouthpiece would be inserted at any time. You don't need to, you know, you can take your mouthpiece out anytime you want. It's not going to affect your the ability to fill this tank up. So yeah, and like I said earlier, you do get a rebuildable section with this tank. To be honest, not really tried that yet, but for anybody out there that just wants a bog standard tank, decent clouds, decent vaping, with a really good capacity, then this is certainly the one for you. Few drawbacks: it does like to spit a bit. Now what I found, I got a little bit of gauze from a tobacco shop that they use in pipes. Just cut a little bit of gauze, stuck it into the top, put the drip tip back in, job done. Absolutely sorted the spitting problems straight away. What you will find is occasionally over a little bit of time, the gauze gets a little bit clogged up with e-juice, and then you just need to put a little bit of tissue paper in there and clean it out. So, but yeah, absolutely phenomenal tank really for the money really. Can't really rate it high enough. But, you know, like I say, 3 months or so, 3-4 months of using this tank, you know, other than the leaking issues, but to be honest, most of the leaking issues are either down to the coils, either not being seated properly or the O-ring failing on the end of the coil, or over tightening of the actual this main O-ring in the airflow control base. And like I say, the airflow control, that's how you adjust your airflow. There's 3 settings on there, and they're parallel both sides. So you've got your wide open, small and medium holes. Personally, I have it wide open. You get maximum airflow in there and it gives you a good vape. This is one already currently installed on an Evic VT running at 37 watts at 0.5 ohms. So let's give it a go. Absolutely phenomenal, really lovely flavour, you know, and that's what to expect from this tank. So I hope you found that review helpful and a bit hands-on. We just want to jump up and just talk about our experiences with the tank that we've sort of gained over the few months of vaping, man. So, you know, what do you think?
Yeah, I've got to say, I really do like this tank. The only thing I would say about the coils, like Mark touched on in the hands-on, is that the 1.2 coils and the rebuildable one, I just found the 1.2 just it was too hard. It was too hard of a pull. The 1.5, I don't know what's different about it, because theoretically it's just the amount of ohms it can take. I don't know, but it just felt very difficult to pull on. The 1.5s are brilliant, you know.
I think exactly the same for like the rebuildable section. I actually had a go with the rebuildable section. I actually sort of built a setup there just with the standard little wrap that you get in there, and I don't know, I wrapped it in and I sort of gave it a go, and like what you said with the 1.2s, you know, it felt like you were sucking on like a McDonald's milkshake.
Yeah, it did. That's a good analogy.
It was so hard to pull, and you know, I think that's why we stuck with the 0.5s, especially those vertical ones.
Yeah, and the vertical ones, they're just brilliant. And another thing I did find why the original drip tips were good. I think these ones were your find, weren't they? You found these.
Yeah.
But you've got these drip tips here. I don't know whether you can see that there, but essentially they've got adjustable airflow on as well. It is only one setting, but you can kind of halfway set it to half, and that will give you half airflow. But that really opened up the tank and gives you a lot more airflow and a lot more vape.
I think because you're pulling air from the bottom and you're pulling cold air in through the drip tip, so you're getting, because like I found like by when you sort of whack these, because the coils, they're rated up to like 60 watts. So I mean, I've never gone to 60 watts.
I think that's the highest I've gone is 45.
Yeah, I think after that it starts to get a bit warm. I don't know, and I think that just destroys the flavour of the juice.
Yeah,
because the fundamentals with these tanks, I think, really out there. They're sub-ohm tanks, really for beginners. So you whack a coil in, and you fill it up, and away you go. You're sub-ohming, and you're getting good flavour, and you're getting good, a good capacity holding. Because there is a sub-tank mini, which you had, didn't you?
Yeah, I did have a sub-tank mini. I never had the nano. I just went from the mini to this one. But I just found I couldn't get through a day. I couldn't get through a day without having to fill it up.
That's what it was for me. I just got a bit annoyed, keep on screwing it, filling it up all the time. So that's definitely a plus. Definitely.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said in the reviews, you know, that you'll be fine with these tanks if the key thing is just don't over tighten things.
Yeah.
You start over tightening things, and
Yeah.
you're going to cause yourself some issues, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it should be really easy to get that off of the mod, and if it's not, like I remember you having to get some pliers to take it off.
You don't need that.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need to over tighten it. That definitely is the case. Yeah. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that hands-on review, and yeah, there's plenty more to come. And yeah, just don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, definitely. Also, real quick thing that we're going to try and do on all of our reviews: rate us out of 10. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think for me it's probably an 8.5. I think it probably went up to a 9 once I replaced the drip tip. It gave it a whole new sort of outlook. But yeah, I'd say 8.5 for me, I think.
Yeah, I think 7.5 for me.
Low.
I know it's you know, it's still pretty high. You know, don't take it as negative, because once we rectified a few of the issues, you know, I'd have put it at like a 9. You know, so after I put a bit of gauze in the top, changed the drip tip, and also I would like to say with the coils, the vertical and the horizontal ones, what I found was pin pricking the actual the bit of cotton in there, putting a little tiny little small hole in there helps it wick a little better. So for you know, for you people out there that are vaping with sort of quite sort of thick viscosity, thick juice, then it will wick a bit better. So after sort of finding that out, and like you said with the drip tips, so yeah, I'd probably stick like 7.5. But you know, we've been using them for about 3 months or so, you know, and we're still using them now. So you know, hope you've enjoyed it, and there's going to be more to come.
Don't forget, comments below if you've got any thoughts, questions. We'll try and answer them. But yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you soon.
Yeah, take care. Thank you.